They're on the tackle. Second down and 8. Here's Allen to throw. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Allen. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On the handoff, this is Cook. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in their second quarter. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Looking downfield for Coleman. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. First down. Fields. Going up top. That's caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. And he's got another one. Calvin Austin. Steelers. His big night continues. His third touchdown. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane to the goal line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Second and goal. Working out of the gun to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a game that is all but over here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down second half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the... First and 10. Fields. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Throwing again. Fields on 2nd and 10. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a... They'll start on the ground with Cook. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack. Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
They'll indeed go for it with Allen. And that is not going to complete, and they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's good.
That's 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll finally be tracked down at the Bills' 20-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. On the carry, it's Cook. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Here's Cook. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. And he will power his way into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight. Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down to about the 7. On 2nd down, Cook. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. One of the Steelers has it. To feel good about that. 4th and goal. They come up with a big play and end this drive.
In this case, Mike, the defense is thinking turnover on downs, but in this play, they actually force the turnover in the process and make a huge goal line stand to keep the offense out of the end zone.
The Steelers offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. Nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. Terrific all game long. Fields now to throw on 1st down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think critical elements of this quick passing game, if your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Fields. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will get into the end zone. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Allen on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. but that's all he can get out of that one. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They do indeed snap it and he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. A first down throw for Fields. There's that man again. Another catch. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A carry for Cook. He'll get about 2. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play. From the gun, Josh Allen. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. From the shotgun. And that time,